Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Public Cloud Design Tips and Tricks. In this channel, we are going to discuss about public cloud design problem statement and their related solution. We'll try to cover public cloud, Microsoft Azure, AWS and Google Cloud. So today's problem statement that we are going to discuss about how to realize NoSQL database with public cloud. But before that, we wanted to understand when to use NoSQL database and when to use SQL database. To achieve this NoSQL database, what Microsoft has provided Azure Cosmos DB, AWS has provided DynamoDB and DocumentDB. We will be focusing more on the DynamoDB part. Google has provided Google Data Store, and also Google has multiple other solutions that we'll discuss in this video. So before that, let's try to understand what is database management system. Database management system is used to store and retrieve the data in your system. So there are three categories of database management system you will find. One is RDBMS, which is known as Relational Database Management System, OLAP, Online Analytics Platform, and NoSQL. So when we are talking about RDBMS, it generally stores the data in a relational mode, that is in a tabular structure, where you will define the schema of your database, and you will define a table where each row is nothing but a distinct entity, and each column has to define with certain data types. So based on the structure of the data, you will be able to insert the data in the RDBMS. So it is more towards the structured data. Online analytics platform is more towards data warehousing systems, and NoSQL database, it is both for structured and unstructured data. So it stores the data in a collection mode. So when you are not sure about the structure of the data, you are not sure about what will be the data types, what will be the size of the data, then in that case NoSQL database you can thought upon. We'll discuss about these three types in details. So let's start with what is NoSQL database. NoSQL database, also known as not only SQL or non-SQL database. So it is an approach to database design that enables the storage and querying of data outside the traditional structure found in the relational database. So mostly NoSQL database is being used for scalability, performance, and availability. So if you want to make your application more scalable, you want to add as much as record or as much as data inside your database, in that case you can think about NoSQL database. And also it has performance, although it has different types of data types inside it, so it will give you less performance as compared to RDBMS. When we are talking about availability of this type of database is much more higher. We will talk about these three aspects in detail in the next videos. So let's coming to the architectural point of view. When to use SQL and when to use NoSQL. So when you are deciding your enterprise, or you are deciding your application or solution, so database decision is much more crucial, because everything depends upon the type of data that you are storing and where exactly you are storing the data. So there are three aspects. How your data looks like, whether it is a structured data or it is a unstructured data. How you will query the data. You want a fast response time, or slow can be also compensated. Another is scalability. How much data that you want to be stored in your database, whether your database is scalable enough to store the data or not. So there are two types of scalability that you will find in database designing. One is vertical scalability, another is horizontal scalability. We'll talk about this in detail in the next slides. So let's try to start with the structure of the data. When you are talking about SQL database, that time if your data is primarily structured, in that case a SQL database is likely to be the right choice for you. And when you are talking about SQL database, that means the schema is needed. That means you will define what type of structure, what type of data that you are going to store with. A SQL database is a great fit for transaction oriented system, such as customer relationship management tools or accounting software and e-commerce platform. For this type of cases, your SQL database is a good fit, and it should comply with ACID rule. So ACID rule is nothing but atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability. When we talk about atomicity, that means each transaction either succeeds or completes, or it's fully rolled back. That is known as atomicity. Consistency, data retained to the database must be valid according to all the defined rules. So whatever rules that you are defining, it should be consistent. And third is isolations, like when your transactions are run concurrently, they do not contend or with each other, and act as they were completely being run sequentially. And the last one is durability. Once a transaction has been committed to the database, it is considered to be permanent, even in the event is not in case of system failure. So if your database is completely structured, you are looking for a data which is structured, and your ACID is a must in your database designing, then SQL is your best choice. Now let's come to the NoSQL part. When we are talking about NoSQL part, that means data requirements are not very clear. You are not very sure how much data you are going to store about in your database. What is the structure of the data, that is also not very clear, like whether you are going to store a blob or you are going to store a video or MP3 or files, whatever type of data that you are going to store in your database, that is not clear. Then you can think about the NoSQL database. So NoSQL database stores the data in a column store, document oriented or graph based or key value pair format. So it also fit to the store article content, social media post, censored data or other types of unstructured data. It also follows a role known as base role. So base role is known as basic availability, soft state and eventual consistency. So what is basic availability? This means that while the database guarantees the availability of the data, the database may fail or to obtain the requested data, or the data may be in changing or inconsistent state. Second is soft state. The state of the database can be changing over time. And the third one is the eventual consistency. The database will eventually become consistent and data will propagate everywhere at same point of the time of failure. So that is known as base rule. So if your data is unstructured, you do not know the scalability, you do not know how much data that you are going to store, it may increase down the line, then in that case for the structured as well as unstructured, you can think about NoSQL database, and if it is compliance with base rule, then NoSQL is your best point of view. So this is how from the structure of the data you can decide whether it is SQL or NoSQL. Next is querying the data. So when we are talking about querying the data, that means how often you will query it, like how quickly you need to run your queries, and who will be the responsible for your running these queries. So based on these three factors, you can decide whether you need to go ahead with SQL database or NoSQL database. So when we are talking about SQL database, that means structured. So that's why the query will be much more faster, because your data type are completely structured, and when your query is getting triggered, that time the performance of the database will be much more faster. Second is lightweight and declarative. The queries that you are going to use in the SQL database, that is much more declarative, so it is easy to understand. So any business analyst or support staff, they can understand it, even they can trigger these queries. When we are talking about NoSQL database, the flexibility in the types of data that you can store, that is much more higher. It is not like, okay, this is the schema that you have to store, this is the type of data that you have to store. It is not like that. You can store any type of data to your NoSQL database. Potentially large difference in data structure, and querying isn't as efficient as your SQL database, as different types of data are there. So the querying will be much more lesser performance as compared to SQL database. The third point, scalability and flexibility is much more high. When we are talking about scalability, it is much more scalable. That we will talk about the scalable part later, but the amount of data that you are going to store in the SQL database, NoSQL database, is much more higher as compared to SQL database. And also here in NoSQL database, as it has different data structure, different data types, so you need to have a developer or data scientist to use it, or to define the process. So NoSQL has this type of, when you are querying the data, and based on this criteria also you can distinguish whether you need SQL or NoSQL. Third part is the scaling part. Scaling part is the most important part. When we are talking about SQL database, the SQL database scales vertically. That means you have a building and you can add more and more floor to the building. Like you have 2 floor, 3 floor, 5 floor or 10 floor. Then after certain floor, your building you cannot add more floor to it, right? Because your base is not that strong. So that is the limitation with respect to SQL database. That means the large amount of data, if you do not design it properly, then you will not be able to store the large amount of data in case of SQL design. And when we are talking about vertically, that means you can increase the CPU, RAM or SSD, this type of configuration that you can increase with respect to SQL database. And it is a single server to maintain the integrity of the data. When we are talking about NoSQL database, scales horizontally. That means when you are creating the building, you will create multiple buildings next to each other, so that it can scale as many as buildings that you want to add to your NoSQL area. That means you can grow your data horizontally as much as the way you wanted to. So horizontal scale has to do with the lack of structure of the data, and objects can easily stored on multiple servers without having to be linked to each other, because you are scaling horizontally. So that is the base difference between SQL and NoSQL with respect to the scaling. So SQL is vertically, NoSQL is horizontally. Now, what are the services who these vendors are providing? Like AWS, they provide DynamoDB. It's a managed NoSQL database, so you do not have to worry about the management of this DynamoDB. DocumentDB is also there. It is the first scalable, high available MongoDB compatible database. Microsoft Azure has a beautiful solution known as Cosmos DB. It's a globally distributed multi-model database system. And Google Cloud has Bigtable, Cloud Data Store, even Google Cloud Data Store. These are all will be there with respect to NoSQL database. Now, when we are talking about SQL database, AWS has RDS. There is a standard cloud SQL database. Aurora, which also focuses on increased throughput and scalability. Microsoft Azure has multiple solutions like Azure SQL database. Their managed database as a service dash solution. Azure database for MySQL, PostgreSQL, MariaDB. These are all also there. Google Cloud has Cloud SQL and Cloud Spanner. These are all solutions which are available with respect to SQL database by public cloud vendors. I have gathered all this information by following these links. So be careful when you are designing your solution with respect to database. So please consider all these aspects when you are selecting which database should be used. So there are multiple pros and cons for both the database type like SQL or NoSQL. So be careful and design properly and get the benefit of SQL and NoSQL as per your need. And if you like the video, then don't hesitate to like our channel or subscribe to our channel. Thank you.